guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's yoga flow we're going to be using a strap. Now if you don't have a strap, you can use like a tie, a long towel, maybe even like the belt from your dressing gown. If you do feel like treating yourself, I have a link for Ecotech down below and you can get 10% off with my code HMFYOGA. But we're going to start on our back, and just make sure you have your strap or whatever you're using to one side. And come on down. So however you want to lie back, give yourself a little moment to adjust and get comfy. Close off the eyes or just settle the gaze onto something on the ceiling. And then let's just start by checking in with our breath. So noticing how we're breathing today. How it feels to be rested with the body onto the back of the mat. And then see if we can just start to manipulate the breath. So breathing a little bit deeper. And extending the exhale just that little bit longer. So start to stretch out the breath. And just noticing how that change of pace makes you feel. And see if we can keep this really calm, smooth breath throughout the practice. So with the strap, it can be quite easy to go too far and over effort. So always check in with your breath. It'll be a really good gauge on whether you're doing too much or if you can do a little bit more. Lovely. So when you're ready, you're going to grab the strap, bring both soles of feet onto the mat, and then place the ball of the right foot onto the strap. Now you want to be at a place where the elbows can still be rested onto the ground. So don't feel like you need to begin to climb up the strap like Tarzan or something. Give yourself a break. Relax back onto the mat. Awesome. Let's keep the left knee bent for now. And then kick your right heel up towards the sky as you lightly pull the toes towards the face. Now we're quite cold here, so you don't want to stretch cold muscles too much. So just be really mindful with yourself. You don't want to be like shaking and like, you know, straining. You just want to just feel that light stretch down the back of the leg. Awesome. If you feel okay here, you can lengthen out that left leg. But keep the left leg energized. Imagine you were standing on it. We're going to do some of these same postures standing as well. So this is like quite a nice blueprint. Lovely. And if this is too much with your toes up here, your toes can be all the way down here if that's where you need to be today. That's all good. Awesome. Then taking the strap into the right hand, bring your left hand to your left hip. Using the strength of the core, use the strap for support. We're going to be taking the right foot out towards the right. So you might get to like 45 degrees, you might get a little bit more than that. However, if your left hip begins to lift up like this, you've gone too far. You need to imprint your lower back on the mat and engage through the core. Slightly pulling the toes to the face, feeling that stretch into the groin area and still down the back of the leg. So we'll do this same one standing, and this is your blueprint for the standing pose. Lovely. As you inhale, bringing the leg back through center, and let's switch it over. So bringing your left foot in onto the ball of the foot, just underneath the toes. Bring your right foot onto the mat. So we'll start with it bent first, and then just check in with that left foot. Does it need to be lower? Does it need to be a little bit closer? Just noticing that very subtle difference between your left and your right. Good. Imagine your left thigh bone like dropping down into the pelvis. So like the leg is dropping down as the heel is lifting up. So you feel that lengthening all the way down the back of the leg. Awesome. If you want to, and you don't have to, you can lengthen out that right leg. But just make sure that right leg becomes engaged. So flex the foot like you're pressing into the floor as if you were standing. Lovely. Then taking the strap into the left hand. Right hand to right hip. This is just to like realize when that hip is moving. Lower back imprints on the mat and then taking the left foot out to the left. So zip up through the core. That will really help you kind of control this motion now. Keep breathing. Is your breath calm and smooth? Toes lightly pulling to the face. Wonderful. As you inhale, using the core to bring that leg all the way back through center, release the strap, pop it to one side, and then hug both knees in towards the chest. Just give your lower back a little bit of a massage. Awesome. And then gently rocking up and down the length of the spine, forwards and back a couple of times, just to energize the spine. And then on your third or fourth time, propel yourself all the way into your all fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, soft elbows, just a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, hollow out the belly, look all the way to the back edge of your mat. Good, inhale. Fill up the chest, shine the heart forwards. Exhale, round and out. Lovely. One more. Inhale. See if you can exaggerate that arc through the lower back. Exhale. Pushing the shoulder blades into the ceiling. Good. Inhale to a neutral place. And then from here, we're going to sit back onto our heels. So if this isn't comfy, you can sit cross-legged or some other way. Grab a hold of your strap. And then you want to make sure your arms are straight. Now, start with your hands quite wide, so the wider they are, the easier it is. You're going to bring the strap out in front, inhale, reaching that hands up, and then as you exhale, without bending the elbows, you're going to let the strap drop all the way behind you. Good. If you had to bend your elbows, take your arms a little bit wider on the strap, and then you shouldn't have to. So don't worry if you're like the whole length of the strap, that's totally fine. And then just move through this motion a couple of times. I've done this in a shoulder release flow that I will link below. So if you feel like you want more focus on the shoulders, head over to that flow. Otherwise, just be where you're at here. If this starts to get a bit easy, you can bring your hands a little bit closer in, and then it just makes it a little bit more challenging. Nice. As you next inhale, reaching the strap up and overhead, so like you kind of won something. Take a big breath. And then as you exhale, take a little lean over to your right hand side. So use your right hand to pull you across. Lovely. Inhale through center. Take a little lean over to the left. Good. Inhaling through center. And then as you exhale, bringing the strap down to the front edge of your mat, plant the hands down, tucking the toes, finding your first downward facing dog. So lifting the sit bones back and up, just kind of have a little pedal out through the feet. A little bit of an exploration of how we're feeling in this downward facing dog today. Awesome, so feet are hip width apart, fingers spread, rooting through every knuckle, so you're pushing the earth away. You don't want to be dumping down in your down dog, you want to be lifting up out of it, particularly through the tailbone. Good, as you inhale, ripple forwards to a high plank. As you exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, through to baby cobra, so squeeze shoulder blades together, point those toes. As you exhale, take it back through bent knees to downward facing dog. Two more like this. You can go for chaturanga if you wish. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Use the breath. Inhale, open the heart, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Final time. Inhale, forwards. Exhale to lower. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. And as you exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Awesome. From here, begin to tiptoe your feet towards your hands in as many steps as you need. And just take a nice easy forward fold at the top. Allow your head to be heavy, the jaw to be soft. Good. As you inhale, slowly begin to roll up through the spine, one little vertebrae at a time, lifting the head, coming in to standing. So feet together, spread the toes, and then really press down through your feet. Have that idea that you're properly rooted, and then there's that lifting up sensation that starts in the legs. Palms shine forwards. Inhale, reach the hands high, look to your thumbs. As you exhale, follow your thumbs all the way to the mat fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the waist. And as you exhale, plant the hand, step your left foot back. Drop the knee, untuck the toe, and then pick up the strap. Nice wide grab with the strap. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And then as you exhale, take the strap all the way back behind you, just like we did when we were seated. Lift the heart, see if you can make it into a back bend. Lovely, full breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna bring it all the way back over, straighten up that front leg, coming into a half split. Flowing like this. So inhale, reaching the strap up and over. And as you exhale, straighten up that front leg. Bow down, half split. 2 more. Inhale. Transforming it into a back bend. And as you exhale, coming into a forward bend. 1 more in your own time. It's a little bit wobbly. Keep your core engaged. Exhale. Fold and hold. So you can pop the strap down. Hands either side of that front foot. Relax the back of the neck. Wonderful, big breath in. As you exhale, plant the foot, plant the hand, step it back to a downward facing dog. Good, you might feel a little bit lopsided in those legs now, so the right leg might feel a little bit more open than the left. Good. As you inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. As you exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold. Good. From here, step your right foot back. Drop the knee, untuck the toe, pick up the strap nice and wide. Inhale, reach it on up. And then as you exhale, allow the strap to drop behind you. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, open through the heart. Lovely. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And then as you exhale, straighten the front leg, half split. Flowing here. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. Smooth breaths. Inhaling. And exhaling. 1 more. Core engage. If you're wobbling quite a bit, engage that core. Inhaling, up and over. And exhale, fold and hold. So release the strap down. Hands either side of that foot. Really opening up through that left hamstring now. Wonderful, full breath. Exhale, plant the foot, plant the hand, step it back to a downward facing dog. Notice how you feel now. So maybe the hips can get higher and the heels can get a little bit lower. Cool, inhale, bend the knees, looking forwards. Exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold, release your neck. Inhale, rise all the way up, scoop those hands into the sky. And as you exhale, bring hands to heart center. Awesome. Grab a hold of your strap. You want to take it as wide as you were when you were doing the shoulder thing. And then, so keep your hands nice and wide, but then bend your elbows so the strap is kind of a loose kind of torque. Press into your left foot. You're going to pick up the right knee. And as you exhale, you're going to step it over. So inhale to lift it up. Exhale, bring the foot down. Let's do that 3 more times. So engage through the core. If this is really hard for you, just give yourself the strap a little bit lower so you've got less high to lift your knee. So engage through that core, lift up and over. Let's do one more on this side. Nice one, good. Then from here, you're gonna bring the strap into the ball of the right foot, like so. So just like we did when we were lying on our back, and then bring the heel forwards, have the leg straight. Now for the leg to be straight, if it needs to be down here, it needs to be down here. That's totally fine. What we don't wanna do is this. We're not really in the pose that we're going for. So totally straighten out the leg. It might be all the way up here. Now you might need to use a little bit of bicep strength to keep you like lifted and upright. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Check in with your left foot now, so really press it down. And remember what we were doing when we were lying on our back. Good, and then taking the strap into the right hand to left hip, and then we're gonna take it out to the side. You might hear your hip pop. I will demonstrate front on. Lovely. So notice if your body begins to turn, see if you can keep it head on. If you feel like you want more, take your left hand away from your left hip. And if you want even more, look towards your left thumb. Lovely, bringing the left hand to the left hip, slowly, slowly closing up the leg, whoop, and then lowering it back down. Whew, give those legs a little bit of a shake. Let's do the opposite side. So starting with the strap, kind of the width that you do your shoulders with, and then bend the elbows so we've got that nice kind of looseness. Press into your right foot, inhale, left knee up, exhale over. So with control, imagine the strap was really hot and you don't want to touch it with your foot. 2 more, inhale, scoop up the belly, exhale, lower. Lifting and lowering. Let's go one more. Lift and lower. Awesome. Give those legs a shake, and then placing the strap around your left ball of foot. Good. And then lift it on up. Find a nice straight leg. So imagine your back was in a wall or the floor behind you. Lifting up, out of the pose, find your breath and find your core here. So really engage through that core. So we're not just relying on like the counterbalance of the strap. Good. Taking the strap into the left hand now. Right hand to right hip. And then take it out to the side. So zip up through that core. Maybe staying here, maybe taking that right hand out. And maybe trickling your gaze along the floor and then look over to that right thumb. Good, right hand to right hip. Slowly, slowly closing up the legs and then slide in your hands down the strap. Well done. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Nice one. Take your feet about mat width apart, big toes pointing out. You want to find your yogi squat. Take your strap into your shoulder width. Inhale, reach it up and overhead. Good. So you want to find tension through the strap. Full breath in. And then as you exhale, sending those sit bones down, coming into a deep squat, deep yogi squat. Almost might look like a Olympic weightlifter. Good. Zip up through the belly, nice and controlled. You're going to drop your sit bones down. Your toes are going to come off the mat. Find the ball of your foot. And then begin to straighten your legs. Now, you might need to slide your hands a little bit further for the strap. You might be able to be all the way up by your toes. Either is totally fine. Keep lifting up through your core. So it's a lot of core work with this. Good. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Nice proud chest. You got this. If you feel like you want to roll back, or if you do roll back, don't worry, just engage that core a little bit more. Rejoin us. Use your biceps. We don't get to use our biceps all that much in yoga, so let's see if we can build some guns. Good. Full breath in. And then as you exhale, bending the knees, feet flat on the mat. Well done. Good. Move your strap out of your way. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees butterfly out. Wrap your fingers around your toes. Full breath in, sit tall. And then as you exhale, leaning forwards. Release the lower back. Release the hips. The jaw, any concentration through the face. With a prop, it can sometimes be just that one more thing to navigate. So you might find that you're concentrating and your eyebrows are kind of furrowed. See if you can release all and any tension. Lovely. Inhale, lifting up the upper body, closing the knees like a book. Taking the hands behind, and then take a little swipe out through the knees from side to side. Good. And then come find a comfortable seated position, so cross-legged, kneeling, whatever suits you. Rest your hands, maybe with the palms facing up, and relax your hands and your fingers because you have been holding onto that strap quite a bit. Just allow the fingers to kind of curl back into the palms. Close off the eyes. Take a smooth breath in. And a soft sigh out. Come back to your natural flow of breath. Take a moment to check in, noticing how you feel after this short practice. And when you're ready, blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I really hope you enjoyed using the strap. I have loads of ideas on how to use this strap. So if you want to see like a full hour live class, maybe with some more advanced poses, please let me know in the comments below and we'll do a flow with the strap because you can get some really good back bends, you can get some really good hip openers with the strap. So if you'd like to see that, give this a little thumbs up. Remember, sharing is caring, so share this with your friends and your family if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me for another flow, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one.